Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fandom Sports Channel. We're sitting here once again with David, and we have count them, two exciting releases to get through today. First off, David, how are you doing? You ready to get into it?
I sure am. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. It's Friday,
Excellent.
as you know, so let's kick through this. So first off, you guys joined the Canadian Gaming Association, and this is
Yep.
in advance of legislation of single event sport betting. So tell me what comes with the single event sport betting that's coming up, and why it was a really big deal for you guys to join this association.
Yeah, so we're very excited that the Canadian market is going to be opening up for private players to offer single event wagering in Canada.
Mhm.
So previously, Canadian consumers had to do multiple bets in a row in terms of parlaying, multiple matches on one ticket. This just opens up the sport wagering and esport wagering market for single match betting.
Mhm.
So, you can watch your favorite team, make a bet on the outcome, and, enjoy the event. So, in advance of it being legalized, we felt it was important to join, the industry leaders within Canada
Mhm.
to make sure that a Canadian company such as ourselves are able to, hopefully get to the forefront of our local market
Yeah.
and work with industry leaders and government leaders to make sure that the legislation makes it fair and easy for us to be a participant in that market. We expect that probably by the beginning of next year, all things should be good. But by joining the Canadian Gaming Association, we're going to be following that very closely with the people that have the voices at the table.
Yeah, it seems like by joining the association, you're now at the forefront of it. And like you said, you now can somewhat have a say. You've dotted your I's, you've crossed your T's, trying to do this the right way. And it looks like the
Absolutely.
Canadian market is finally opening up to you guys fully, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, so let's go from there, shift gears, and talk about this other big release you had a little bit more recently, where you're enabling some of the leading games for actionable wagers and predictions. Tell me about some of the bigger games and what this means going forward too.
Yeah, so everything that we have at fandomesports.gg in terms of the types of wagers that you can make on the peer-to-peer side are unique to the Fandom platform. So that was for three games: League of Legends, Dota 2, and CS:GO. As our viewers may or may not know, there's a lot more games that are played competitively by professionals that are played, by the larger gaming audience. So we've added an additional 11 titles to our roster. Valorant being at the forefront and much more popular now. So people can log on to our site. There's 14 different games: FIFA, Warcraft, etc., that people can go and see all the dynamic capabilities that are going to be live on our wagering platform, especially when it's live in Canada. But that platform will be live imminently. We're just finalizing all of our payment processing. What we've also done is we've enabled certain social connectivity features, so that once you make a pick, you can share that on Twitter, on Reddit. Just see what your friends can see what you've been up to. They can challenge you and then log into the platform, make their own challenges, and so forth. And finally, what we've also enabled was true support for 14 different languages: English, obviously French, Spanish, German, Russian, Hebrew, Arabic, obviously Chinese. We've got a large following within China as well. We're just putting the broad strokes on a global, robust, secure platform. And joining the Canadian Gaming Association, being on our home turf, we're getting ready to start expanding it to different markets around the world.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand, like, let's say platform originally is in English. If you're in English, you don't really care so much that they're adding other languages, but that opens up the product to a lot of markets when you start adding these other languages in. And like you said, you're also expanding the amount of games. And to be honest with you, between League of Legends, Dota 2, and CSGO, I know people with over 3,000 hours into each. Now you're adding in Overwatch, StarCraft 2. Like, these are games that people really do put days and days into in a row.
Absolutely. The language is, it's whether you're going from English to Spanish, it's not a big deal. But from a technical perspective, when you consider Hebrew or especially Arabic, they read from right to left,
Yeah.
right? So it's a complete different user interface. The beauty of the system that we're built on is that we can handle all this dynamically and on the fly. It's just not just a question of changing the spelling of a name. It's a question of being able to mirror the whole system,
Yeah.
both on mobile devices, Android, iOS, right? They operate differently, and on the desktop experience. And everything that we're adding, whether it's new games, whether it's language functionalities, whether it's certain social connectivity features, they're all added in modular ways. So we can actually customize what people will see very easily in specific markets around the world. So that's what's really exciting. And like I said, we want to make sure that we're compliant with all the wagering laws where it's legal. And, we're going to have more news on other licenses moving forward.
Yeah, you had a good tidbit of wisdom there for anybody trying to build anything at all. Build a strong foundation that you're going to be able to build on top of, right? You said you built it so it's modular, so you can go in and change things. That's one of the most important things if you plan on having a long lasting and flexible product.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Typically what you see with other sites is that, all the wagers are hard coded. So you're betting on this one outcome or you're making this one prediction. The beauty of our system is whether it's, 1 kill, 10 kills, 1,000 kills, 1,000,000,000 kills, our system will automatically recognize any of those potential billion outcomes on the fly. So as long as we have our foundation in place in a modular capability, we can keep adding game titles. We can, adjust statistics as they evolve. So, it allows us to be more nimble. And furthermore, because we own all of our own servers and we're not cloud hosted, it's much more secure for us in the long run. And, that's what we're really planning on for is long-term success, not just to make an immediate impact and what's our fastest go-to-market strategy, but what's our most likelihood for a long-term successful outcome for the company.
Wonderful, David. Well, congratulations on these. You got some stuff really moving and we look forward to more. Thank you everyone for watching. You got any questions for David or me or anybody else on the team? Let us know. We'll be happy to answer them for you and stay tuned. David, have a wonderful Friday.
See you. Take care.